Hi there, welcome to this new video. I'm Sara Gomez and I'm your English teacher for today's class. So, today we are going to study about tag questions. Let's practicing together some words. Now guys, we are going to practice with the verb play. Okay? Play. So, now guys, let's see the definition or an example about tag questions. Let's look at example. He is a famous player. Okay. He is a famous player. This is the question tags. Isn't he? Isn't he? Is the tag question. Okay. Look the sentences. He is a famous player. This is the tag question. Isn't he? Is the tag questions. Okay. Now guys, let's get tag questions. Let's the definition about tag questions. Tag questions are short questions we use at the end of the statement to ask if we correct or ask for agreement. Okay, again, we use that question are short questions we use it at the end of the statement to ask if we correct or ask for agreement. And how do we form tag questions to make a tag questions? We use an auxiliary. In this case, the use of be. We can use is, are, was, or were. So the auxiliary do, we use do, does, or did. For the auxiliary have, we have has, had, and finally we have modals. We can use can, will, would, finally plus subject pronouns. Okay? Basically, those are modal be, do, have, and will. Okay? Can, will. Now, let's see examples. First, when the statement is positive, you make a negative tag question. Okay? Look at this one. First, when the statement is positive, you make a negative tag question. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo is a famous player. Okay? Cristiano Ronaldo is a famous player. Is he? Is he? Okay? So, pay attention to these sentences. Cristiano Ronaldo is a famous player is positive, right? Is he? It also positive. But now look these sentences. Cristiano Ronaldo isn't a famous player. Cristiano Ronaldo isn't a famous player, isn't he? So, if the first sentence is in negative in this case, okay, the second one is in negative, sorry. For example, the first one is Cristiano Ronaldo is a famous player, okay, is he? This sentence is in positive. And the second one is in negative. Look at another example with verb to be. He was a great player. Okay, he was a famous, he was a great player. Was he? Okay, the first sentence is in past, right? And also is in positive. Okay, now let's change these sentences in negative. He was not a great player. He was not a great player. Okay, wasn't he? Wasn't he? Because if the first sentence is in negative, so you can rewrite in negative. Don't forget that, guys. Now, let's look at another examples using the auxiliary do or does. You like him, don't you? You like him, don't you? Okay. She likes him, doesn't she? She likes him, doesn't she? So, observe these sentences. She likes him is in positive, right? Doesn't she is in negative. So you have to compare the sentences if it is in positive or if it is in negative. Note, remember we changed again the verb for from the positive to negative. So as I told you before, when the sentences has a verb in the past simple tense, we use didn't plus subject. Okay. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo played for Madrid, didn't he? Cristiano Ronaldo played for Madrid, didn't he? Positive and negative. Okay. Didn't he and negative. When the statement is in negative, we make a positive tag. Example, Cristiano Ronaldo didn't play for Madrid. Did he? Cristiano Ronaldo didn't play for Madrid. Didn't he? Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo didn't play for Madrid is in negative, right? And did he is in positive. Don't forget that. So we can change the auxiliary to be from negative to the negative form. So as I told you before, look at another example. You weren't a fan of him. You weren't a fan of him, weren't you? Or it can be you were a fan of him, weren't you? Okay, the first sentence is in negative, right? So you have to change in positive. Weren't you? You weren't a fan of him, were you? Or it can be you were a fan of him, weren't you? So you can change. Now, guys, let's practice it together. Okay, here we have a worksheet. In this case, you have to drag the tag to complete each tag question. Okay, the first one it said, "You're coming to the party." So if you can observe, the first sentence is in present continuous. So you have to look at for the response or for the question about the first sentence. You're coming to the party. So maybe it can be don't you, isn't there, aren't you? We don't know, right? So, but the first one is aren't you? Perfect. Because the first sentence is in positive, right? Is in positive. And you have to look for the negative for aren't you, okay, in this case. The second one is it wasn't very difficult. So the first one is it wasn't very difficult. The sentences is in negative, right, in past tense. So you have to look for the that question. In this case it wasn't very difficult. So which is the correct answer? Weren't you? No, right? So you have to look for this kind of you have to look the correct answer. So that was all for this lesson, guys. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy this video. Bye bye and see you to the next video.